The word Finology is a relatively new term which draws on aspects of behavioural finance, money personality and much more. Here with me to discuss the interesting and somewhat unfamiliar concept is Anne Fuchs from Sunsuper. Welcome, Anne.
Hi, thanks for having me.
No problem. So to start with, can you explain what Finology is exactly and how it's transforming the way advisors deliver their advice?
Finology, when I first heard about it, it was one of those wow moments. Wow, because this is what we're completely missing in the advice process. It explores the psychology, people's relationship with money, you know, the relationship between human beings and finance, and what gets in the way of them either achieving their goals and living the life they want to live.
Absolutely. So why do you think in this industry specifically it's so important to understand their clients in order to deliver proper advice?
Look, I think there's a whole raft of reasons. There's good compliance reasons in terms of just defending the advice you give and making sure it's appropriate. If you're really getting into clients' headspace and understanding their relationship with money, their you know, what they think money needs to be for them, whether it's something around security, whether it's around enjoying life, whether it's around expressing their success through acquiring things, that will all be factored into the goals and objectives. We all know the statistics around the lack of engagement and understanding around the value of advice. And with this Finology approach, it's really clear to us at Sunsuper that it has the ability to create a level of understanding and engagement with the community, with our members, that the current advice process doesn't have.
So I understand you at Sunsuper are now using Finology with a lot of your clients and how you communicate. What's been the feedback from
Look,
clients?
it is really early days. So what we did is we undertook some proprietary research with our members, and we went through the traditional financial planning process to test, you know, the standard fact find, you know, tell me client, what are your goals and objectives? We do the risk profile questionnaire, and then we tried the Finology approach, asking them what were their experiences with money. You know, tell me a time when you were really proud of something you did financially. And when you start a conversation like that, what we found in this research is that our members really enjoyed the process and were more engaged, more likely to have an ongoing review and pay more. So what we're doing is looking at how we can adapt that type of questioning into all of our advice channels across Sunsuper.
And what was it specifically that triggered Sunsuper to know that this was something that was needed in financial advice?
Look, the answer there is I saw Dr. David Lazenby last year at Portfolio Construction Forum, and I vowed to myself the moment I could bring this man to the broader advice community and transform advice conversations, I would. And then coming into Sunsuper, we spoke, you know, at the team, what can we do differently to engage members, to nudge them to, you know, get financial advice, and Finology was just the perfect enabler to do that.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I know it's early days, but have you seen any commercial outcomes that have come out of Finology with your clients in particular?
I think certainly what we've found is that the business case is there. With we're moving to a very fee-for-service ongoing review for our small group of salaried advisors. So, and I think too with our National Advice Panel, these types of conversations are going to allow us to, I guess, bring to the surface more members to refer out to them to get deep, comprehensive financial advice.
And finally, what role do you see Finology playing in the industry moving forward?
Look, I think the starting point is that the advice profession has the ability to improve society as a whole. Like if you look at money causes divorce, relationship breakdowns, you know, brothers and sisters not talking to each other because of an estate, makes people sick, sleepless nights. We know with some research, 43% of people in New South Wales are financially stressed. That's almost half of the population is either, you know, sick from stress, having arguments in their family, and so this concept of Finology, of bringing the human experience into money, and if financial advisors do this, we're actually going to do amazing things for the community in a really profound way. And so what I'm encouraging the advice sector to do is to step back from, and look, obviously we have to look at the regulatory environment we work in, but say, does this actually help informed client consent, client understanding? Are the goals and objectives that the advisors ascertain from the client, are they meaningful, are they personal? Because if they are, we can actually do something really good for the community.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for discussing such an interesting topic for the sector.
My pleasure.